What happens when you bust it down and that busting it down ain't paying the bills no more? Let's get into it.
And they're welcome to it. But eventually their past will catch up to them, and they have to be aware of the fact that X is forever.
See that? Voluntary. These aren't victims chained in basements. They're adults making choices. We broke this down before in the Vanessa Del Rio video. Most entered the industry willingly, often chasing money, fame, or attention. And that's what makes Tiffany's story interesting. She wasn't broke. She inherited money from her father. So Ron wasn't paying her bills. He was patching her spirit. Emotional support, constant reassurance, the endless job of reminding her she's still worthy.
Yeah,
All of a sudden, Mr. Right came into my life.
Simp ass nigga.
And I hated him when I first met him. His whole life, he was raised in Christian school he went to the same school, the same kids from kindergarten to 12th grade. He was most valuable player. He did sports. His mom had all these trophies. She has a book this thick just on newspaper clippings on him. So I was jealous already. I hated his guts. He would knock on my door and I would answer and go, "What do you want?" And he goes, "I'm here to clean your house." And I'd be like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "You're filthy." Because I didn't cook and I didn't clean and I was falling apart. So he would literally clean my whole house with rags for me. And I just stopped working, didn't want to prostitute anymore and lie anymore. And we just hit it off. He was so sweet and he never once pursued me sexually. So we ended up getting married on Valentine's Day, 1995.
Mr. Right comes in and she hated him. Like I always say, a good man can make a woman feel bad because she's not a good woman.
That's right.
A bad boy, on the other hand, makes her feel better about herself because he takes away the pressure of being a good woman.
It makes sense.
Men like Mr. Right were always there, but these women didn't want stability. Nah, that's boring. But rock bottom, that's not so comfortable, is it? Why do you think she stopped escorting? Because Mr. Right was now handling the responsibilities. It's one thing to offer emotional comfort, but at the end of the day, bills still need to be paid. These women, adult actresses or not, are women first.
My husband and my son changed my life. And my son saved my life. And looking at him every day reminds me how precious life is. And how throwing it away on drugs and alcohol and just the stupid crap that's out there, God, it's just so not worth it, you know?
Hardship. Ooh, damn, she returned to adult films. Her husband sometimes performs with her as well as, with other women. That's sad. He has no plans to leave wives. He has no plans to leave industry.
And there it is, the cycle. When financial hardship hits, she returns to the same industry she once escaped, and her husband joins her. Looking back from 2025, both Tiffany and Raylene are divorced. Raylene now posts real estate videos, proof that when the well runs dry, survival instincts take over. The camera changes, but the hustle remains.
But you know what though, man? You honestly, you can't make it work with no porn actress. You know, a woman who's been had sex with that many men, you can't make I don't know, you can't make that work. You've done too much fucked up shit for anybody to take you seriously as a woman. I think. I know I wouldn't take your ass seriously. Hit the thumbs up button. This is from Manosphere Highlights Daily. Hit the thumbs up button. Let's get back into it.
The money that I did save up went really quick. And then I was just scraping by. And it was the Christian community that really came alongside me and helped me out. There would be times when didn't know how I was going to pay my rent, and it was just people I don't even know, just people who've read my story, who wanted to help.
My husband died in a car accident driving home from Las Vegas. I had asked him not to do this whole gig, actually. I was 8 months pregnant. I didn't want him away from me that long, and He's like, I got to do it, honey. But he cut it down to 2 days. And so he was really happy coming home on the second day that he was all done with this. And he came racing home to be with his pregnant wife, and he flipped the Jeep and didn't ever make it home. Suddenly he's gone, and now here I am, got no more income coming in and all these bills to pay, and it was just like one thing on top of another. And so I put up a plea on my website asking for donations. I didn't know what else to do.
Asia.
No insurance, no money, bills. My fans donated.
What was her name? Asia something? I remember her from back in the 90s. Asia, what her name is? Butt kicking, what is this? Asian stupid. Do not ask Asian stupid questions. Asia, what is her name? I remember her from back in the day.
Know what else to do. No insurance, no money, bills. My fans donated enormous amounts of money. The kids were completely spoiled. I got toys and books and presents and stuff with pictures on it. And it was unbelievable. It made me cry all the time. I would open all the mail from all these people I'd never met. And it was really wonderful how the fans turned out to help me. Because, I'd been online for 10 years. They watched me grow up, and I'd never asked for anything before. And here I was, I needed help, and they helped me.
And here it is, the full circle. When the spotlight fades, who steps in? Men. Whether it's a husband, a fan base, or an entire church community, it's always men offering the emotional or financial lifeline. It proves what we've been saying all along. Dependency doesn't disappear. It just changes form. The irony? The same women who once preached independence end up relying on male support to rebuild their lives. That's not empowerment. That's dependency with better PR.
Most of the people who seek it out don't have means of making that kind of money by other means. I mean, very few, say, women say, am I going to become a surgeon or I'm going to become a pornography star?
This country does not raise people with very good work ethics. They don't know how to do anything else. They don't know how to do retail. They don't know how to do Excel spreadsheets. Many people who make their way to adult entertainment, like rock and roll, are not suited for 9-to-5 work.
For the women, they're much more damned by society because no matter how sanctified they are, they're still considered to be whores. And it's getting worse and worse and worse because a lot of them have turned to what I am vehemently opposed to, the escort services, to further their career.
It's always, ain't that the steps though? You go to be a stripper. If you're stripping, you start doing porn. And once you start doing porn, so you do stripper, then the second level would be start doing adult films. And after you do adult films, you get burnt out from there. Now you out here selling your coochie, doing escort work. That's usually how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Just like in the movie, Boogie Nights. Hit the thumbs up button.
As always, these videos aren't made for women. They're made for men. Because men need to recognize the pattern. When you give without standards, you reinforce the very system that takes advantage of you. Many of the men dating or marrying adult entertainers hide it. They don't want to be seen with them in public. But behind closed doors, those same women talk and word spreads. There's always a man out there who will take me back no matter what. That's the cycle. And it's not limited to the adult industry. It's a reflection of modern dating culture itself. Look at the Mia Khalifa example. Made famous for one identity, now rebranded as a victim of it. That's the modern playbook. Rewrite the past, sell the struggle, and rely on the
Mia Khalifa is from back in the day. She was that Muslim chick that would do porn in her like Muslim garb. Remember, she was big. I didn't like her. But I remember she was big like in the early 2000s, Mia Khalifa. She was like a Muslim adult star. She would dress, and that was like the whole thing because, Muslim women ain't supposed to be doing shit like that. But she would have like the whole Muslim garb and be sucking a dude dick with her titties out. You know what I'm saying? But she still have the garb on. It was like a fetishy thing, but she became really big from that shit though. But this is from Manosphere Highlights Daily. Go ahead and check out their YouTube channel, Manosphere Highlights Daily. Subscribe to their channel. But yeah. My favorite porn star was Vanessa Del Rio. Y'all know about Vanessa Del Rio. Vanessa Del Rio was bad.
Sure, okay. I'll see you in about 15 minutes. Bye-bye.
In the glittering world of adult entertainment, few names shine as brightly as Vanessa Del Rio. With her captivating presence and uninhibited performances, she became an icon, enchanting audiences around the globe. But behind the allure of fame and fortune lies a story of struggle, introspection, and profound revelation.
See, first of all, my feelings now of how I feel about what I've done and where I'm going and everything, I think that the only real victims in pornography are the people that are in front of the camera, because you lose something of yourself, and I find this out later on in life, and that's what my path is now, is finding out who I am, what I'm about.
Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. Shout out to Mr. Markham98 for this video. This is his message. I hope this video sheds light on how porn destroys women. Some gold gems. This video is from the 80s. Mr. Markham98, salute! This interview is pure gold. Prepare to be captivated by some of the things Vanessa Del Rio said almost 40 years ago as we delve into profound themes of accountability, the complexities of personal struggles, and the far-reaching consequences of involvement in the adult entertainment industry. So buckle up, let's talk about it. We men and we. We men and we.
This is
over what you're doing. But recently, and in my most growing years, which have been the last 3 years, I have felt that I don't want to be a victim. I'm my own victim, because I let people use me.
In a world quick to assign blame and cast judgment, Vanessa Del Rio stands as a beacon of self-awareness. She doesn't shy away from her past, nor does she seek pity. Instead, she embraces her truth with courage and grace. She takes accountability for her actions. She let people use her, but why?
Well, first of all, I started because I needed money to pay my rent because I was going to Europe. And, I mean, it was fun. I had a ball doing it. And when I got back, I was like, well, I want to do some more of those, And it's just the lifestyle that I was leading. I mean, I was into drugs, and it was all fun. And you don't see it for what it really is.
Yeah, you gotta think Vanessa Del Rio came around back in the 70s. Man, this motherfucker here, if y'all haven't seen any of her movies, this chick was a beast, boy. And man, I remember this chick took on 6 dudes, and she was wearing their ass. She slept with 6 dudes in one scene, and them dudes were just busting. And at the end of the scene, she was just covered in all this man jizz. You know what I'm saying? I was like, and even then when I was just watching, I don't watch porn no more, but I was just watching when I was younger. I started thinking to myself, when I saw that scene of her getting bust on by these dudes, pretty much jacking off all on top of her and stuff, at the end of the scene, I'm thinking to myself, who's gonna somebody? Ain't nobody gonna want to marry that. People say, well, okay, well, she could change and that's her past, but I don't know, man. Even if I knew that my loving wife, she did something like that 20 years ago, I would still look at her sideways. I don't know. Don't nobody want to hold up a woman, their main lady, up in the air, and she's everybody else dumpster. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because a lot of these porns, especially her, like Vanessa Del Rio, I think she's been single for a long time. Cause ain't nobody finna. Come on, man. How would you can't bring nobody. She's one of the most recognizable. She's one of the most recognizable porn stars in the world. So it's like you can't take her seriously. Of course, you would want to sleep with her because everybody, I'm pretty sure every man would want to sleep with her because you grew up jerking one to her when you was young. But as far as like, hey, I want you to come home and meet my mama. I ain't finna bring home the Vanessa Del Rio. Shit, hit the thumbs up button.
Is until later on what it does for you as you're growing as an individual. I don't regret what I've done because I've learned from it.
According to research, the most frequent reasons for joining the industry included money, sex, and attention. Only one participant indicated that she was coerced into becoming a porn actress. This is from a study that examined the responses of 176 female actresses in the adult entertainment industry. Janice, read.
There were women who indicated that they needed money for a variety of reasons, including the need to pay bills. quitting their job recently, supporting their family, and paying for college tuition. Some indicated that they were broke. Many actresses believed that pornography was an easy way to make a substantial amount of money in a short amount of time. Although the majority of responses simply indicated money, some responses provided specific reasons as to why the money was needed.
This is a multi-billion-dollar industry that continues to expand, with the internet making access easier than ever before, particularly for women. However, research and Vanessa Del Rio's story indicate that women aren't necessarily coerced into the industry. Rather, they often have other options to explore. That's why it's crucial to understand the reasons why women choose to enter this field. Sexual gratification ranks as one of the primary motivations for women joining the industry, as highlighted in this study. One actress eloquently expressed her perspective. Janice Reed.
I love sex, and since I don't use drugs or drink, I use sex as my drug. Also, I can experience a lifetime's worth of sex many times over.
This quote highlights the individual agency and diverse motivations that not only drive women to pursue careers in adult entertainment, but also to engage in casual.
Women be wearing their pussy out in their 20s, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially nowadays, women be wearing their coochie out. And then when I turn around at 30, 35, 40, and want somebody to slow down with them with some worn out coochie. Get a thumbs up, buddy.
Sex. Why is this information important for men? Because men often have the tendency to view women in the adult entertainment industry as victims in need of saving. What if she doesn't want to be saved?
My bad.
It's crucial to recognize that many of these women actively choose this path and derive pleasure from it.
And I mean, it was fun. I had a ball doing it. And when I got back, I was like, well, I want to do some more of those, you know. And it's just the lifestyle that I was leading. I mean, I was into drugs, and it was all fun.
It's essential for men and society as a whole to acknowledge and respect these choices, while also critically examining the societal factors that shape them.
Well, I was brought up very sheltered. I was the only child. So my parents tried to keep me.
So that's her now, I guess, huh? She done gained some weight since that interview was from the 80s. This is her now. I guess this is her most, I think Vanessa Del Rio's in her 70s now. This must be her most, she still looks good, but you can tell she's gained some weight. You know what I'm saying? I damn sure wouldn't kiss her, though. I done seen niggas, I done seen her do some, that mouth. I'm like, 2, 3 dudes up in her mouth. Like, give me a kiss. I'd be like, I'm good. Because if I was going in for a kiss with her and she was, I'd be like, I'd just be seeing just the scenes of her sucking dick. I'd be like, I'm cool. Don't kiss me. Don't kiss me. She might have some jizz from the 70s behind in your throat somewhere. That shit get in my damn mouth. You know what I'm saying?
From everything. And I also went to Catholic school. So I had a lot of don'ts in my life. That you can't do this, you can't do that. So it really piqued my curiosity in what it is I wasn't supposed to do. And then going to Catholic school, I did not want to hear that sex was bad, because this is what they taught you. They taught you that, and this sounds ridiculous, but it's true, I swear. If you kissed a boy and there's a table between you, then it's a venial sin. And if you kiss the boy and there's no table between you, then it's a mortal sin. So they basically equated sex with like murder or something like really bad. I just didn't like the word don't. I wanted to find out for myself. I wanted to define what sexuality was for me because it felt good.
Vanessa Del Rio's reflections on her childhood are pure gold as they shed light on the protective efforts of her parents and the lessons she eventually learned the hard way. This insight also speaks volumes about the enduring wisdom behind certain religious values, which...
Anyway, y'all, this is, I'm going to leave it, I'm going to stop it. But check out the rest of this video if y'all want to see the rest of the video without me talking on it and shit. But I want to give credit to this content creator, Manosphere Highlights Daily. Go ahead and check the YouTube channel out. Subscribe to my channel, Charles on there as well. Y'all been hitting me up too by doing some more documentaries y'all love my documentaries. If y'all haven't seen any of my hip hop documentaries, go ahead and check those out. I have a playlist. You can watch all of them. And people have been asking me, when you gonna do some more documentaries, man? I like how you take the audiobooks and you make them into really cool documentaries. I mean, I enjoy doing it, and I enjoy doing it more doing reaction videos because it's original content that I'm creating myself. You know what I'm saying? Which I mean, this is somewhat original, but I like to make my own videos. This is just commentary, but people have been asking me, when you gonna do some more of those hip hop videos? I'm like, when y'all watch the ones that I already put out, because I'll turn around and spend hours editing because that's what really takes up the time, finding the footage to go with the voiceovers and that should take 4 or 5 hours to edit. Then I throw it up and the shit get 30, 50, you know what I'm saying, 30 views. You see what I'm saying? So it's like putting that effort into those long hours and shooting and putting the shit out, you know what I'm saying? And then that shit only get like a couple hundred views, if that, maybe 50, 60 views. I'm like, man, y'all got to watch the ones I already put out. I put out a shitload of them. And maybe only a couple of them got, over like 10,000 views. But the majority of them don't. But it's really good. People keep saying, "Hey man, when you gonna put out some more of your hip hop documentaries, your true crimes?" I'm like, as soon as y'all watch the ones I already put out, y'all ain't watched the ones I already put out. So watch the ones I already put out, and I'll make some more. But yeah, check the playlists out and also support this channel. Yeah, but yeah, Vanessa Del Rio is one of my favorites, man. Hit the thumbs up button.